everybody, it's Mia with Chalk with Mia. I am on here a couple of seconds early because I'm prepping things, but I thought I'd go ahead and just go live. That way you give everybody a couple minutes to kind of, log on and check things out, come say hi. And I got a Chalk Couture package the other day, and I thought I would open it because, to be honest, I've ordered a few things recently and I can't remember exactly what's in this shipment. So it's always kind of exciting to see what's come in the mail. So we're going to open this really quick while we wait a couple of seconds to let everybody jump online. Hey Melanie, how you doing, girl? All right. So, while we're doing this, let me do a few things. We are going to be upcycling an old wooden cutting board that I found. And hopefully it'll turn out really, really well. Who knows? We shall see. Fun project. So if you can sprinkle the love and yeah, sleep deprived, I know, but you're in the home stretch, right? Is this no, next week's the last week, right? Next week. Share to a group, I think, and then you get, at least you get a little reprieve. I know it's not a lot, but you get a couple months to kind of recoup, hopefully, and do stuff. Just hang with me, guys, for a second while I do this. If you're here, say hi and let me know, because again, I don't get to see who's online with the program that I use. I only know you're here if you make a comment. So if you could do that, that would be fantastic. I am just sharing here. And we will, yeah, okay. I think, oops, let's do a watch party. That will be fun, right? Okay. All right, guys. Oh, no. Hi, Michelle. How are you? I bet, Melanie. I mean, okay. Let's see here. I can't even imagine, like, everything that you guys have to do, right? Like, crazy. Do you have to pack up your classroom? Or do you, like, keep it if you're in the same whatever? Okay, let's see here. For some reason, it's not letting me, okay. All right, so for those of you who are watching me on my watch party, I'm not gonna be able to see your comments as we go through because I'm using a Switcher Studio program. So if you comment, I will come back and comment later. I apologize, but that's just the way that the program works. Now I'm trying to figure out how to get back into where I can do the screen and screen. I'm hoping I didn't mess it up. Remote camera mode. So we will see here. Okay, there we go. I just had to disconnect and reconnect. All right. Oops, wrong way. Y'all don't want to see my ceiling fan. Y'all want to see the project. Okay. Oh, no. Yeah, Dylan's going to be moderating for us. Oh, Melanie, I'm so sorry. That stinks. Oops. Okay, guys. Picture in picture. All right, I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so first of all, this is a package that I just got from Chalk Couture a day or two ago. This is how crazy things have been. I haven't even opened it. Normally it's like, as soon as I know it's been delivered, I have to rush home and kind of see what I got, see what goodies I got. These I know are mostly transfers. So I ordered some extra, oh, these are the ones, okay, so you guys, Chalk Couture has done an awesome thing where they now tell us when there's a last chance, meaning that they're going to be retired. The transfers are going to be retired and they're not going to be available anymore. And they'll put them in a last chance category. And as customers, you can see it as well on our websites. And so I ordered some last chance ones because I'm figuring I'm going to get some new designers throughout the year who are going to go, oh my gosh, I wish they still had this available, or somebody at an event is going to want one. So look at how cute. I got the Apothecary Halloween labels. I got 2 of those, Sweeter Than Honey, just because I think that's a popular one. Life is Short by The Shoes. The Adventure Begins. You guys can see that. I know there's a little glare. Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice. Of course, the Bonjour. This Is Us. Always Kiss Me Goodnight. Farm Sweet Farm. And then a couple of the A-size transfers, which are the really small ones. Wicked. That's one that's going to be retired at some point. Yes, it is Happy Mail, Missy. Absolutely. And then this one's going into retirement. Sand, Sea, and Sun Beach House. So I always, whenever I can, try to, you know, whenever I have a little extra revenue, I try to buy a couple of transfers to have in my stash, you know, for my downline or for gifts or giveaways, or for my downline for prizes, shows. You never know. So yeah, so I try to do that. And tonight, one of the things we're gonna do is, I have not used, okay, wait, real quick, let me show you guys this. So you guys, if you've not heard, we have, I'm trying to get so there's no glare, but I don't think that's gonna happen. We have a Club Couture program, okay? And it's a monthly subscription. And, oh, I know, Melanie. Those are, I love those two, actually. And I'm not a huge Halloween person. But anyways, we have, okay, so, sorry, squirrel. We have a Club Couture program, and this transfer, let me take it out of its package so that the shininess goes away. This transfer is the June Club Couture, and I'm going to tell you guys, we can't even order this. We get one. Absolutely one. And then our customers who are on the subscription program get them. So you get the little pinwheels, which are so cute, and you can do those in the red, white, and blue for July, but then you can do them for any color, birthdays or whatever, and then you get Freedom and Celebrate. Love that. I love these two fonts in this word. So if you guys are interested in the Club Couture program, just type the word Club Couture at the bottom or in the comments, and I will shoot you a link about you know, the program. Can we no longer get them now? The ones that I showed you, I think they're still in the back office, Missy, under Last Chance, because I just ordered this like a week or so ago. So what happens with the Last Chance ones is they are available until they run out of stock. Okay, so I can't tell you how long they'll be there. It literally just, you know, until they run out. So if you see something, or if you guys want something, I always tell you guys, grab it, because you just never know, you know, what's gonna hit or happen or whatever. Okay, so I've got actually this little cutting board that I found at one of my favorite little places, the thrift store. It's about 4.5 inches wide by 11.5 inches long. And I figured what I would do is, I'm going to actually do both sides, I think, if they'll both fit. So I've got this one. I love hugs. I love kisses. but what I really like is help with the dishes. Love that. And then this one, I think will fit. Just barely. Yep, bake it and they will come. I figured we'll do a twofer. If you guys know me, I used to make kids' clothes, and I always loved making reversible clothes because I love getting I like twofers, 2 for 1. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go with my traditional white with a gray. I think my Wi-Fi is a little crazy. Sorry, guys. Hey, Christy Lynn. I'm going to go with white with a little bit of a gray background, and then I'll do custard in the fonts, I think. We'll see. Or no, I can't do custard if I'm going to do a white. Maybe a gray. I'll end up doing a gray. So I'm just putting a little bit of sand on this, or sanding it to try to just rough it up a little bit, because I want my paint to catch. I just want, oops, and I ripped that. I'll probably end up putting a bow on here. Hi, Jana, how are you? Aloha. What part of Hawaii are you from? I had a good friend who lived there for about 11 years. I got to go visit him a couple times before he moved back here to Virginia. And I got to tour around just a little bit on Oahu and the main island, or the Big Island. I should say not the main island, the Big Island. Okay, so, oh, actually, I'm going to do the gray first. Linen. Oh, yeah, I could. Ooh, I just got paint all over me. All right, I'm going to do the gray first because I'm going to sand it so that the gray kind of pops out of it, okay? I want it to be mostly white, or like a really kind of rugged white. I don't want it to be stark white. I just want it to be, so maybe instead of the white, because I don't want it to be a dark white, maybe I'll do these colors, dried sage and gray. What do you guys think? Or dried sage and sea glass. Ooh, that might be pretty. Oh, you're on the Big Island. Nice. Yeah, we toured around the Big Island. We just rented a car and literally just drove around on the Big Island for a couple of days. Gosh, that must have really been a big blob. I have got paint everywhere. That is crazy. Okay, so yeah, I think actually, guys, I'm going to go with the dried sage and the sea glass, which are my Dixie Belle colors. So I think I'm going to do sea glass first because I want that to kind of come through a little bit. Nothing like changing your mind here at the last minute, huh? Oh, okay. Oh, and I need a backdrop because, as you guys can see, I am just getting all kinds of messy with my paint tonight. I always have these big boards. These come in my shipments, and I save them to do, just to have, you know, paint backgrounds here. Okay. All right. So we are going to, and I always like to wet the end of my brush first before I do it. That way the paint isn't, the water's, I guess the paint's not absorbing all of my brush, right? All into the brush. The water kind of forms like a nice little barrier for it, so the paint can actually be sitting on top of it a little bit. If that makes any sense. I don't know if that does, but it's just a little trick I've always done. My Dixie Belle rep may have been the one to make that suggestion for me once. I can't remember. So I love this color. Sea glass is so pretty. Dixie Belle, as you guys know, is one of my favorite chalk mineral paints. Do you like living there, Jenna? Do you get to float around to the other islands at all? I know it's, or it used to be, I don't know if it still is, it used to be pretty cheap to fly in between the islands. But I'm glad that you joined me tonight. like I said, I'm going to do both sides, but for right now, I'm just painting one side and the sides of it because I can't, if I lay it down, it's going to mess up the paint job, right? So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to dry it, and then we'll do the other side. So this is going to be a multi-step process, but Dixie Belle dries so fast, and so it's not going to take long. It's another reason why I like using Dixie Belle. Isn't this pretty? Okay. Yep, already pretty much dry. There's a few little wet spots, but since I'm going to be going kind of rustic with this, if it pulls a little bit up, I'm not too worried about it because ultimately I'm going to be sanding some of it off anyways. So not to worry. And it doesn't take a whole lot of paint. It covers really nicely. The coverage of this paint is pretty good, or really good, I should say. Okay, so let me put my paintbrush in the water and start getting that paint off. If you guys comment and I don't say anything back, it's because A, I either don't see the comment, or yeah, because I don't see it. So this can go a couple of different ways. Right now, I'm going to try to just lightly brush this dried sage on here. I might end up just covering the whole thing and then you know, sanding it down. Missy, this is a Dixie Belle. It's a Dixie Belle brush. I use it a lot if it's not just, if it's my main coat or if it's not just a dry brush or something like that. Here, I'll show it again. I'm just getting some of the water off of it. So it's a Dixie brand brush. I do believe that your brushes do matter. So if it's not, you know, if I'm just going to dry brush, I'll use just a little chip brush, you know, a little cheapo chip brush. But this is a Dixie Belle brush. I don't know what they call it. I can probably get the name for you if you want. But it's a Dixie Belle brand. Okay, so now I'm just going to use a regular chip brush, and I'm just going to dip the ends in the dried sage. And I usually, when I paint, to be honest, and this is another thing I learned from my Dixie Belle rep, Miss Cindy Chang, is long strokes when you're painting, right? Don't you do this because you're going to get streaks sometimes. I think that's why. I don't know. She just always tells us. Long strokes, right? So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to then, oh, I kind of like that. You guys can't see it as well, but I'll pull it up here in just a moment so you guys can see it. And I want it a little bit more focused in certain areas, so that's where I'll go back and just kind of push a little bit harder. I'm going to show this to you guys. It's very kind of, it almost looks like the wood grain is coming through. Can you guys see that? I hope you guys can see that. So kind of fun. A waxing brush. Oh, what is a waxing brush? I don't know what a waxing brush is. I'm not extremely knowledgeable with painting and stuff. I kind of just do whatever floats my boat. And then whatever my, so my business partner at the boutique is the Dixie Belle rep. And so I'm extremely lucky in the sense that I get some insider tips and tricks sometimes. Well, not insider, because she gives them to everybody. It's nothing, no secret. But if I ever have a question, I can reach out to her and be like, Cindy, What do I do? I don't know. Okay, maybe on the other side, what I can do is I'll do a full coverage and we'll sand it. And that way you guys can kind of see the difference. That'll be good. How about that? Okay. So I'm gonna do, again, this is where you want those long strokes, if you can. And I know you're sitting there thinking, Mia, why did you paint that with sea glass? And now you're gonna cover it with the dried sage, but you're gonna see in a minute. I will sand it a little bit and we'll start to see some of that sea glass come through. Okay. Round brush you used to wax furniture. Oh, okay. See, you can tell I don't refinish furniture. I always say I don't have the patience for it, but I don't know. Maybe one day. Most of the time I leave the furniture refinishing to the talented girls at the shop. We have a couple of really good furniture refinishers at the shop, and it's just amazing to me. They can look at a piece of furniture that's old and dilapidated and, you know, most people would think it hit the end of its life, and then they just grab onto it and man, they make something beautiful out of it. Okay, so I've just got some sandpaper here. It's just 120 grit. Sandpaper. I just tore a little thing off of it. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull that all the way down. And I always like around the edges to push a little bit more. You guys can start to see that line where it's starting to come up. And then I will... And there is no real, to be honest with you, no real, I don't think, maybe there is, maybe some of you guys can correct me, but I don't think that there's really any special technique to this. It's just, for me, what you like. As you go, whatever you're seeing, what you like. Do that to get some of the dust off of it. And I'm going to show this to you guys close up here in a second. I'm going to go a little bit more down here, and actually some of that wood is coming through, which is fine with me. I don't mind having the wood, the sage, and the sea glass coming through. To me, that makes it kind of, I love that chippy, old kind of look, you know? Okay. I think I'm good with that. Put that back up. All right, I'm going to show this to you. Exactly, Missy. Your junk furniture is my treasure. So the colors aren't really coming through well here, but it is kind of a rough, rustic look. And what I'm going to do is take, maybe I'm going to take and kind of rub the sides a little bit because I don't want it to be all sea glass on the sides. I want it to kind of get roughed up a little bit as well, because it's going to look funny if my two sides are all chippy and then the edges are not. Hey, bud, you want to come say hi? You got to climb through the forest of books over here. Everybody, this is Dylan, my son.
Hello.
Dylan.
I'm getting on now.
Okay.
I kind of got distracted a little bit.
You? Really?
I'm sorry.
That's quite all right, bud. We look forward to seeing you online. All right, so now what I'm going to do is sometimes I do this and sometimes I don't, and I can't really give you any rhyme or reason when I choose to do it. I will tell you I do this more often than not, is I will then put a clear coat finish, Dixie Belle clear coat finish on it, because it's almost like waxing it. It kind of gives it that nice protective finish over top of the paint, so that when I'm chalking, and if I have a mishap, it, you know, doesn't mess with the paint so much. It's just, it's coated. All right. So again, long brushstrokes. We're swimming. We're swimming. No. Brush strokes. Okay. Okay. I figured this will be fun two-sided, so whatever mood the person who's in the kitchen the most has, they can flip it around maybe. It's kind of funny because I just took a sign down in my kitchen and I was like looking at it, I was like, man, there's a blank space on our kitchen wall, and my husband was joking. He's like, I kind of know somebody who makes signs. Who can fill it. I was like, oh yeah, oops. So yeah, kind of joking. It's kind of funny. I work sometimes thinking about other people's kitchens or spaces and not so much mine. Okay. Let me tell you, I've gotten so much into this upcycling of decor items. I've gotten so much into the upcycling of decor items. I have moved my Dixie Belle paints and my paints and brushes and stuff all on my desk. It used to be up on my shelving. Now they sit on the desk with me because I'm doing this more often than I used to, because I'm just loving it so much. I always enjoyed taking old items and trying to bring life back into them again, you know, that you find. But it seems to be one of my major now projects, or projects I do most of. Okay, I'm just cleaning up some of that. There's dust particles that I blew everywhere. Yikes. Yowzes. All right, so I'm wondering if now I'm thinking that custard is not a good choice. I'm thinking black or gray. Very, very simple. Thinking black. Custard just does not mix showing well. I mean, I could do, what is this? Dreamsicle. A little too orange, pink, peachy. Is that a word? Peachy. Because I think with these, now with the bake it side, I can do the cake in a different color maybe. And the words in another one, but I think this is just going to be fine in black. I think that's what I'm going to do. We'll do one side, see how it turns out. All right, so our black. Yeah, I agree, Missy. I tend to be simple. We have screen mesh transfers. As you guys can see, I can't really push my finger through that screen mesh. It is meant to be there. It kind of helps with the smoothness of the transfer. All right, I am going to write on the back of this, dishes. Bake it, and they will come. All right, dishes. Because I'm going to put this right back on the sheet. And so I want to make sure that I put that transfer on the shiny side. So if I know it's written on this side, I won't put the transfer down here. I'll flip it over knowing it should go on this side. Because it does matter. I have done it on the opposite, and you can ruin your transfer by putting it on the wrong side. Okay. All right, so with our transfers, I'm going to take our 4-inch squeegee and I'm just going to pull it to get all of the air bubbles out. Okay. I'm going to take our black paste. So our paste is chalk based, which means that it is water soluble and it can be removed, which is fantastic. Let's say that I did put this up in my own kitchen and we come out with another transfer later that I just love. I can then get some water and a paper towel and rub this off because I did put that clear coat on there and put something different on it later, which is kind of fun. Now this one I will sell, so I'm not worried about it for this one. But if you ever wanted to do that, you could. All right, same thing with your paste as with your paintbrush. Long strokes are better, okay? Some people like to do this, and that works. It's not that it doesn't work, but it takes you longer, and because it is a chalk-based paste, it will dry on you. And if it dries on you, it's not going to work as well. So you do have, there is a timing to this, and believe me, it's not uber stressful. It is when you first start because you're worried, but you get it down fairly quickly. All right, so you put it on and then you take and run your squeegee across and get all the excess off. I say normally when you can start to see the transfer popping through, you've got a good amount of it off. Then you take it on the top, either that or the sides, but you want to do a even pull. You don't want to go on the side triangle because it will, oh, my paint was not completely dry and so it's pulling some up, but I actually really love it. I like how it made it look even more chippy. I do this a lot. You guys will see on my lives. I do that a lot where I'm like, oh, and I didn't let it dry fully. And that's okay. Okay, so here's one side. I love hugs, I love kisses, but what I really like is help with the dishes. Super cute. All right, so let's let this dry. Running my hand across it and you're not getting any smudges. All right, so I'm wondering, I think white probably would have been better on the back, but bake it and they will come. I'm thinking I want something, maybe I'll do like currant jam on this side. Currant's my jam. Just because it's a very flowery type cake. Maybe I'll do that for the cake. And what's a good, oh no. I knew that one right away. I was like, no. What is a good opposite of, maybe I'll do the bake it and they will come in black and the cake and currant jam. What do you guys think? Yes? Yes. Okay. Done. I probably didn't even give you guys time to respond. All right. Bake it. Okay. So we're going to fuzz up this transfer. And the reason that we fuzz is because we want it to stick to our surface, but we don't want it to be you know, so sticky that it pulls stuff up. I am going to add a little wax layer here since the other side seemed to pull up a little bit. I want to add a little barrier here, and maybe that will help it a little bit too. So you can guess, I'm using Dixie Belle's Best Dang Wax. You would think I work for Dixie Belle. I really don't, I promise. I am a Chalk Couture independent designer. But I just do love their products complement very well. Okay. Now, typically they say let your wax sit for 24 hours. If you guys have ever watched me, you know I don't let anything ever sit for 24 hours. The only time I've ever done that is when I did the resin pour. I need to do another one of those, but when I did that, I let it sit for 24 hours because I had to. I had no choice. I had absolutely no choice in the matter. That's the way the resin works. But let me get this stirred. So you do want to stir your pastes. You want it to be the consistency of yogurt. This one is a little thin, so I'm hoping it'll be okay. If that happens to you, you can actually add a little bit of cornstarch to your paste. I've never done it. I've heard of other people doing it, and it works just fine. But you just let it sit for a little bit and the cornstarch will absorb some of that extra moisture. Okay, so here we go, guys. We're going to do the words in black. And I'm leaving it a little thick to start because I don't want it to dry on me. I'll go back and remove the excess when I can. And I am going very simple here. I'm just doing the whole cake in the currant jam. I'm not worried about whether the stand should be black or the whatever. I just want to go very simple. All right, now let me pull up that excess. And we put that excess right back in the container. That's the other thing that I love about Chalk Couture is you don't really waste a whole lot, to be honest with you. All right, now we're going to pull up that black and put that back in the container. Make sure not to mix up your containers. I have almost done that before, where I've tried to put the black in the currant jam and vice versa. Yeah, you want to make sure you don't do that. Okay, you guys ready for the reveal? Let me put these in the water. Cover up your paste. You don't want to leave your pastes uncapped for too long. You cover them when you can. All right, guys, here we go. Oh my God, that black is to die for on here. I love it. Oh, I love it, love it, love it. The black pops even more. I have like a hair on my arm. Have you guys ever had that, like one of your hair and it just floats there and it makes me feel like I've got something crawling on me. Look at this. Bake it and they will come. All right, I'm going to blow dry this side so that I can show both sides to you. And what I'm going to do is add a little ribbon or something. I'm looking around at my ribbons. I have a lot. Let me go grab my ribbon and we can try to push some ribbon through that little tiny hole up there. Hold on, guys. Oh. Okay, let's see here. I've got a couple of choices of ribbons. And I'm still here. Don't go anywhere. Don't leave me. I'm still here. I've got burlap ribbon, or not burlap, but like linen. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thanks, Missy. I appreciate it. Okay, so I've actually got some pink ribbon that kind of matches the currant jam. I'm thinking, even though I didn't use it on this side, it might just be a nice little pop of color. And then this is a chocolate, and this is a like linen. But I think I want to try, this is just a burlappy ribbon I actually got from the dollar store, to be honest with you. You don't get a whole lot of ribbon in their spools, but sometimes you just need a little bit, and they're like burlap looking. Is that what that's? Burlap? Okay, so now I gotta figure out how to push this through this tiny little hole and grab it on the other side. I'm going to use this screwdriver if I can. Oops, I might be pushing too much. Oh, and of course I'm putting holes all through the ribbon because it's a little bit of cheap ribbon. I'm not going to lie. The ribbon's not, you know, really, really expensive, nice quality ribbon, to be honest with you. I'm trying to get enough so I can pull it through. And then, maybe, baby. Let's see here. This is small too. Scissors. It's almost like I'm trying to push too much. You know what I mean? All right, let's try a new. Oh, these scissors are very dull. Okay, guys. I might have to not put it through that hole and try another way, but we're going to try one more time. And see if we can get this through. It's kind of like threading a needle. Cut your ribbon in half. Oh, good idea. But the only problem is look, it frays very easily. So that's my fear, is that it's gonna fray on me. It's pretty when it's all together and just kind of here. Is it coming through the other end? See what it is? I'm breaking it when I'm pushing it through. Let's see. Come on, little guy. Nope. That hole is too stinking small. All right, so maybe what we can do is, no, I still like the idea of the ribbon. I do have a silk ribbon over there that's similar in color. Maybe I'll try your method, Missy, and we'll, those bad scissors, and we'll see if maybe I can get half of it through. I'll get the frayed edges off. Okay, let's see here. I have a feeling you've been here, done this, Missy. Let's see, guys. Oh! Okay, come on. You can do it. Come on, little guy. Okay, I kind of got to drill a bigger hole. I know. You would think, but I got it. Yay! I know, Missy. You would think, but no, that's too easy. Plus, I don't have a drill here. My husband might, but I don't. Okay, hopefully I didn't cut that too short. All right, so now let's just tie it. Should I? I'll just tie it in a bow up here. How do you do that? I'm not. I know how to make bows, like pretty wreath bows, but not like for the top of hanging something. Actually, you don't need a whole lot of hanging space. You just need enough to hang it. We'll make that there. Let's see if we can make this bow pretty. They never look pretty in the process, but then you can mess with them a little bit. And I can also, a little trick is if you take a lighter and burn the ends of your ribbon, it will keep it from fraying. Either that or clear nail polish. That will help it as well. Clear nail polish will do that. Okay. Yeah, I probably should have left myself some extra ribbon than I did. Maybe what I'll do is tack that behind it so they don't have any ears hanging down. But basically, this is it. This is my really quick repurpose. How long have we been on? 45 minutes, and the ribbon took up like 20 minutes of that. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, this is my quick little repurpose of a cutting board that I found at a thrift store, and it will be available at Simply Vintage. And yeah, that's basically it. So thank you so much, you guys, for joining me tonight. If you are interested in joining my VIP group, just type the letters VIP in the comments. If you are interested in that Chalk Couture program that I was talking about with that transfer, which is now missing somewhere, but if you're interested in that monthly subscription program, then let me know. It's kind of like Happy Mail on a monthly basis for $20 a month, $19.99. Free shipping. That includes 3 paste packets and a B-size transfer and instructions. And then we have a lot of different surfaces you can buy. Oh, Aquanet hairspray, that works too. Yes. Thank you, Missy. So yeah, just let me know. I would love to help you guys out. Or if you're interested in becoming a designer, let me know too. We are a company, a direct sales company. You can sign up and do this with me. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you later. Bye.